You cold?
Hey y'all, are you struggling to get with getting customers? This is what this is going to be about today. Are you struggling with getting customers and team members to your multi-level marketing, direct sales, to your websites, to your events? Um, if you are, like always, I don't know all the answers, but what I do know is some different ways that uh, some different things that you can do today to change that. I know what's worked in the past um, for Black folk hotspots. So in doing that, and Black folk hotspots members, which is about 200 2,185, 86 Black business owners that have a reach into uh, a market of, say, well over 300,000 urban professionals. So today we were supposed to talk to one of our members about that. That was the question that she had. So um, I'm going to answer that. She wasn't able to make it, so I will answer that question um, through what we think. So if you have a question, please present it in the question and answer form, and I'll answer those hopefully while I'm talking, but definitely after I'm done. So one of the things that I suggest is you have a profile which is free um, to get at Black Folk Hotspots. So basically, you apply. Um, we have some strict guidelines that we go through and making sure that these are the type of businesses that are good and gonna, when a person finds it on Black Folk Hotspots, as they have over the last 7 years, that it's a legit type business. Okay. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to do that. Um, as you see, when you see certain things, if you look around at other businesses, because if you're not looking at other businesses and seeing um, and seeing what's working for them, right? A wise man told me years ago that um, if you see them spending money on something that constantly and over again, that means it's working, right? Many companies are not going to continue to spend money for things that don't work, right? So why not be smart about it and adapt some of those things? So when you listen to the radio, what do you hear? Obviously, you hear music, right? If it's a drive time show, like say um, you know the the morning drive or the afternoon drive or the rush hour traffic, you have some hosts and some DJs, and it's more of a conversational with some music and then some advertisements. But you hear songs over and over and over again, right? Well, that's how it works. You know, that's how that's how things work. It's programming. It's branding. You'll hear the same commercials over and over again. You'll hear the same songs over and over again, and you need to learn that for your business, right? Um, if you're watching TV, the same thing happens. No matter what program that you're watching, thinking about that program, aka branding, whatever you want to call it. That's what you're seeing. Um, if driving a car down the highway, you see billboards as you're driving on both sides of the street or both sides of the highway. Even on the streets, if you're going down the streets of your city that you live in, any city in the United States, um, I've seen them. I've only been to, um, uh, I've been to Canada, same thing. I'm sure anywhere around the world there's advertising, there's billboards, right? Um, let's see here. So if you're running a multi-level marketing business, right? One of the things that made me successful in MLMs when I was in there was consistency. You know, I had a goal of talking to 5 people a day, which is, you know, if you go times 5 days a week, that's 25 people a week, and 100 for the month, right? Now, when you think about things like that, it makes a lot of sense because half the people are going to blow you off, right? Just like when we do these interviews, even though they schedule it with their time and into our schedule, a lot of people, they blow them off like, whatever. Which kind of sucks because you're taking up time from other business owners. You're taking up time from other people who really want to have chats and find out more about their businesses. So it pisses me off sometimes, but that's okay, right? That is the one of the drawbacks of being in business, right? And doing things to help other people that they're not paying for, by the way. So, but it allows me the chance to have these conversations and get these questions answered because I do have that. So I wouldn't be talking to you right now with this question if it wasn't for a blow off. Anyway, so what happens when you create the profile Black Folk Hospital? I can't talk about anything else, but I will tell you, I'm gonna give you some tidbits on social media and how to grow that too, right? I was watching a show today where they talk about some of the bigger things that are happening, you know, out there. And I see that King Bach, I think his name is Andrew Batchelor, which is, you know, he has the most subscribers on Vine. He's now Key and Peele from Comedy TV, Comedy Central, have just signed on to produce a television show for him, right? That's going to be, I think, either on Fox or NBC. I'm not really sure which one. I can't remember. But think about that. This guy's been making 6-second videos, and I've seen him on a couple shows, and I've watched a couple videos about how he made it, right? And one of the things he said is his business didn't take off, or, you know, people didn't start to notice him. He didn't start to go viral until he had about 1,000 of those videos. Now, they're only 6 seconds on Vine, right? But, you know, so you think about 1,000 times 6 seconds, but all the production that went into it, all the thought and creativity that went into creating each one of those videos, he said, and as it started to take off after about 1,000 videos, what happened is, you know, because all it takes is one person to see it. And then what happened was people started to go back and back and back and back and start to watch all his other videos and share them. And that's what made him, you know, uber popular. Right, to now he's becoming like the man, right? So he went from, say, a D or F, I don't even know if that even exists, you know, celebrity, D or F list celebrity, to almost like an A or B, right? People know who he is, and he's taking that and he's moving into other things like Snapchat and Facebook and YouTube and things like that with longer videos. So think about that same thing. It's consistency. And that's what I did in MLM, right? I set out my goal for 5 people a day. That's something that I said that I can do, because you have to ask yourself a question. What can you do that if you had to do it for the next 18 months to 24 months, so the next 1.5 to 2 years, what can you do daily that's not going to impede anything else that you do, right? And I chose the number 5. You may choose the number 1. You may choose the number 10. Depends on how you want to get there. But you have to consistently do that. And then you have a reward schedule and a pain schedule, right? So if you don't hit your goal, you know, if I didn't hit my goal of hitting my 5 people a day and I was at like 20, I came in and I worked on Saturday, right? I got up and I went to the office and I worked on Saturday until I can get those 5 people, right? If I did hit my 25, I did not get up. I slept in later, you know, maybe I went out to eat, maybe I did some other things, but that was the pain or the reward for hitting or not hitting the goal, right? We all want to be rewarded. I would have preferred not to ever go in on Saturday or Sunday or whatever, so that made sure that I hit those goals on a daily basis. And I broke that down. So instead of saying, hey, I got to get 25 people this week, no, I got to get 5 people a day, right? And yeah, did I have to talk to 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people to get those 5? Absolutely. But that's what keeps you going. And so then what I said was, once you know your numbers, then I realized that about 100, I would get 5, right? So now I knew if I had set a goal to get even more, right? Like it was something I wanted to do. It was a trip I wanted to win, or, whatever it may have been. Then I said, okay, if I do 200, I'll get 10. So let me do 10 a week. 10 a day, which is now is 50 or 200 a month. Because half of people, like I said, are going to blow you off. So think about that. And then the other half are going to say, this ain't for me, right? So now if you focus on the 5, and that's, 100 for the month, if you focus on that, then what do you have, right? You have 100. Half of the people are going to blow you off. That's 50. Another half going to say, this ain't for me. That leaves you with 25. Then half of that are gonna be wishy-washy, right? They gonna string you along. So what's that, 12 and a half? And then you'll probably do business with about 5 to 10 of those people, right? That's how it's gonna work. So if you want to recruit 5 people, you want to get those many people, and if you do that consistently, what happens is those numbers start adding up. Now people start calling you back. Hey, you still doing that thing? Because it comes in different cycles for different people. No matter what your product or service is, it don't matter if it's travel, if it's weave, if it's tea, if it's this, if it's that, investments or whatever it may be. Those people will. Now, it's funny. I've been out of that one particular company that I started doing this with since like 2003, and I still get phone calls to this day asking me if I'm still doing that thing. So, and this, what is the year 2015? So 12 years later, because they thought about it. I reached those people, and you continue to reach and reach and reach. The same thing, the same principles that I took with that is what I take in Black Folk Hotspots. As the CEO, what we do as our team, we share and we put your information in rotation, right? Over and over and over again, right? We're constantly sharing. If you're seeing it on Facebook, you're seeing your stuff on Twitter. Maybe you don't see it on Facebook because maybe you're not following us, Black Folk Hotspots on Facebook. Maybe you're not, right? But Twitter, if you have a Twitter and you put it in there, we've tagged you. So you constantly got those things to keep going. I'm gonna go extra 5 minutes. I had set myself to go 10 minutes, but I'm gonna go extra 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna wrap it. So you gotta keep constantly put those things, just like the radio ads, just like the television ads, just like the music, over and over again. And you set that to do. So what is it to do? You post something. Say one post. I'm gonna do a blog post a day. All right. And that's what I would do before I created Black Folk Hotspots. That's what I would do. I would build blogs, and I would build traffic to come to those blogs and to sell a product or a service, right? Or event. And what happened was, the thing was to do a post a day. Now that can get, it's a lot of, what they call it, brain cramps or where you can't think of anything to write today. I think that's the term. It might be another term for that. But so you go find something, you hit Google, you say, hey, if you want to be about MLM marketing, or you do travel, so you find a destination, right? And that's another thing, you got to niche it out too. So if you travel, I would, maybe you like the Dominican Republic, so now you focus on the Dominican Republic and you become the Dominican Republic expert. So all your events are set around, you pick themed events that's all set around certain places in the Dominican Republic, right? or maybe it's Italy, or maybe it's China, or maybe it's Canada, or maybe it's spots in the United States, top resorts in the United States, or maybe it's sporting events. Whatever it may be, you niche it out and become an expert. And that's what you do. So you go to Google and you find something, you find an article that you like, you read, maybe you have to read 2 or 3 articles, write a couple sentences, put a couple of those original words and link back to that article, right? And that's called microblogging. So if you ever having that thing, that writer's block, that's what it is, where you can't figure out what to write, there you go. Read somebody else's work, give them some credit. Maybe you post a paragraph of what they, something important, or you take 2 or 3 things out of that article that you read and you post that, and then you give them a link back credit, right, into the blog, and you post that on Black Folk Hotspots, and you say you're going to do that daily, right? Or maybe maybe you can't do it daily, so you say you're going to do it weekly, and you pick a date. Every Friday it's going to be done, or every Saturday, or every Monday, or every Sunday. That's how it works. Then you set up events. I'm going to create an event a day, or I'm going to post an event a day, or I'm going to post an event a week, whatever it may be. But you keep that, because once we get it, we're going to put it into our rotation. So now you're posting this on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the other social media sites, and then we're going to come behind you with, with our network of 300,000 urban professionals. We're going to post it to them, and we're going to keep it going. That's how we built our traffic. That's why we're ranked in the top 500,000 websites globally, and the #1 site in traffic in terms of sites that are focused on helping Black business owners succeed and get more exposure. There are none. There are none that focus solely on Black business owners and help them get more. But Black Folk Hotspots. If it is, show me. Show me who ranks higher than us. And I'll give you a year membership. So create that profile, blackfolkhotspots.com. You see it on the screen. Go Cubbies too. And that's what you need to do. Also, here's a little bonus. Whether you're posting on Black Folk Hotspots, but you need to be posting you need a Facebook business page, you need a Twitter, you need an Instagram, you need a Google Plus, a YouTube, and a Pinterest. Those things are must. Why? Because you have customers there, potential customers there, right? You may not be a big Pinterest person, you may not be a big Twitter person, but your customers are there. So you need to check in every couple of days. See what somebody said to you. They connected with you, because if that's what they like to hang out, that's where you need to be hanging out. Now, I'm not saying go get you a Snapchat and this and this and this and this, but you get the main ones, right? You might not want to feel like typing, so you blog your thoughts. You vlog, video, vlog. So you do a video, post that video inside the blog, and give 3 things that was your main topics in that blog. Title it, put some tags on it, send it, and then take that video from YouTube and upload it to Black Folk Hotspots so we can put it in our rotation. That's what we do. We're going to help you get more exposure. You may have, say you got 300,000 followers. Great, 300,000 plus our 300,000. Now you got 600,000. That's how that works. So blackfolkhotspots.com, create your profile. You want to grow your network marketing, your direct marketing. You want to grow your business, create a profile of Black Folk Hotspots and put us to work today. I guarantee you, create a free profile. Now, if you want to upgrade to our premium full access, where you have full access to our 2,100 plus business owners, you want to be able to post your events, blogs, photos, and videos, that's going to run you at the max of $15 a month, unless you get one of our lengthier packages, 3 months or 6 months or a year or even a lifetime. Call us for the lifetime. We're looking for people who want to, and #1, they want to invest in us, right? They see what we've doing. We're 7 years in. We started this November 19th of 2008. We're still going at it, and we're still growing every day, every month, growing. It's all about consistency. Having a lone goal. I want 1 million people, want to be reached into 1 million people, right? At least 1 million. We're at 300,000. We should get to 1 million next year. And I told people this 3 or 4 years ago. 2015, 2016 was going to be the year that Black Folk Hotspots was going to blow up. And that's with no national media, just little bits and pieces every day, being consistent. Anyway, y'all, you see this? Support Black business. That's all we do. This is a hoodie that we had designed, and you can support us that way by purchasing a shirt or a short sleeve or long sleeve or hoodie, starting at like 19, 20 bucks, something like that. And what we do is we take that money and we use it to support other Black businesses, right? Maybe and however many hoodies we sell, you know, on a monthly basis, we give free 30-day memberships to the members that maybe can't afford it, right? Or we just do it at random. So put that money back in their pocket so they can take that money and do something else with it. So that's what happens when you give up, you know, when you support us, we support others. Cubs fan, sorry. Or I would have a Black Folk Hot Spots hat on, but it's Cubs playoff. They're in the National League Championship Series to see who's going to win the pennant against the Metropolitans of New York. And then we'll see what the American League is going to do, and we'll see about getting to that World Series and take it all. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the CEO of Black Folk Hot Spots. The question that we answered today is how to get more how to get more customers and team members to your MLM, to your multi-level marketing company, and we just gave you the fix. That's it. So if you have any questions, hit us up, create a profile at blackfolkhotspots.com. If you're not a business owner, you want to get a t-shirt, go to bfhsnetwork.com/support BFHS. All the links are in the description below, by the way. Peace. Thanks for watching, y'all.